For?
My name is Michael Fitzgerald Ward. I'm running for 45th Ward Alderman in the city of Chicago.
Okay, I think I probably should get closer because of the sound.
Okay.
Um, Mr. Ward, why are you running in the city of Chicago?
It's time something, well, for the 45th Ward has been underserved for the last 24 years. And my feeling is when there's something wrong, you get up and do it yourself. So it brought me out here to come and fix this ward and get it working the way it's supposed to be, how it should be. It's a very strong, powerful ward, and it should be maintained that way. And I'm the person to do it.
Why does the ward need you, and how would you answer that need?
Because I get it done. What I will is I'll answer. That's a key word you're saying right there. The alderman has never been that accessible, and that's the one thing I promise to be more than anything is accessible. I've given out my cell phone number on this campaign, and people call me constantly, and I answer any question they ask. I've always said I'll answer every question. It might not be what you want to hear, but it's going to be what my answer is. I'm not going to lie. It's going to be black and white. There's no real gray area with me.
What would you say that Chicago or this ward's particular strongest needs are?
Well, I think our strongest need is commerce. We have no commerce in this world. We have no businesses. We have no restaurants. We have nowhere to shop. It's like a desert, and this ward pays so much in taxes that we should be better served. So that's what I want to do is market this ward to get business in and to get economic development in. And like I've said, economic development will lift everything. It'll make property values go up. It'll lessen crime. People will have a more interest in their neighborhood. When your neighborhood is doing well, it makes people more interested in your neighborhood. Therefore, there'd be less crime.
Speaking of crime, what are your feelings on gun control?
I am a proponent that if you are a law-abiding citizen, you should be able to own a gun for protection of yourself and your family and your property. I don't even think I can't believe there's even that much of a debate about it, to tell you the truth. This is my house, this is my life, I should be able to protect myself. And that's what I would fight very much to have that upheld in Chicago, that we could have our handguns and our guns. I know that a lot of it might be on assault rifles or whatever. I think that's just another tack to say we don't want the citizens to have gun ownership, and I'm very pro-gun ownership.
Okay. Chicago has a very long history of corruption. Why should we trust you? Or do you plan to be part of that history?
No. I've been an independent businessman my whole life. I'm not beholden to anyone. My campaign contributions have all come from individuals, friends, and family. I have not received any money from PACs, political action committees. I have not received any money from corporations. I have not received any money from unions or anyone that would do that. I can't be bought. I was a successful trader, and this is something I'm doing. This is the second. I look at it. I'm in my 40s now, and I have 2 kids, and I want to make this place a better place for them. Maybe it was just a calling. I don't know how to put it, but this is something that I think needs to be done. And I'm pretty straightforward. I mean, believe me, you're going to get my full response. And I don't have time for corruption. What are they going to buy me with? I mean, I'll be alderman. I want to make the 45th Ward great. There's not much more they can get out of me. I mean, there's nothing they can offer me that I can't have. I mean, it's simple.
How old are your children?
I have an 8-year-old son and a 4-year-old daughter.
Okay. What would you say to your children in order that they would choose to be part of making this a better place? What advice or lessons, or what would you like them to learn?
Well, one lesson I've always, my son's a little, since he's at the 8-year-old level, and I always tell him, treat everyone how you want to be treated. He's an 8-year-old boy. Sometimes they'll be picking on playing with boys and I always pull him aside and I'll say, would you like that if that happened to you? He said, no. I'm like, then don't do it. I've also taught him to be very strong and very, protect yourself. Do not let anyone push you around. I said, I've never want you to be a bully, but if a bully hits you, do what you have to do to make sure it never happens again. That's the way I was raised. I was a very small guy growing up, and I said I've been bullied once in my life, and that was it. No one ever did it again.
Would you give the same advice to your daughter?
Absolutely, absolutely. But I also have the older son to make sure too. He also his number one job that I've told him is growing up is to take care of your sister. There's nothing more important than family. Nothing. Politics, business, nothing. Nothing is more important than family. So if my family has to an emergency before a political thing, I'll tell you right now, honestly, my family comes first.
What would you say to the citizens of Chicago and or your ward about what they can do to make this a place that they're proud to live in, more proud to live in?
Well, we're all in this together. Let's be perfectly honest. We're all in this together. The city doesn't have the money to provide everything the citizens need. Sorry. But here's another honesty. It's going to take everyone to pitch in and help out. Just for this last snowstorm. In my neighborhood, we all pitch in money, and we get we have hired someone who comes through and does the thing, and then everyone sort of does in front of somebody else's house a little bit. If it was as simple as everyone, just as far as shoveling snow, if you just shovel in front of your house and half of your neighbor's house, the whole block would be clean for everyone. It's not about what's fair and I'm doing his. It's just doing what's right. I find it to be common sense. And now when I went around the ward, it wasn't like that in other neighborhoods, and I was disheartened by it. And I said, you know what, maybe instead of having precinct captains, which we've had, neighborhood captains. The guy who will sit there and talk to the other neighbors and say, this is what we need. And those people can come and report back to me. And they can say, we need this over here. And maybe we could send a truck, or maybe hire some. I mean, it's going to take people throwing in a little of their own dough to make their neighborhood great. I'm sorry to say it. It's going to.
I like your idea of neighborhood captains. It's a wonderful non-political, regular person idea. It sounds to me as though you're saying that the city of Chicago and its wards are all family, and we should treat each other with the same respect that you're telling your children families should be treated as.
Yeah, I agree with. I mean, it might sound hokey and it might sound small townish, but if you clean up your backyard and you clean up everything around you, it gives a sense of pride. And I want people to be proud to live in the 45th Ward. I want us to be a model for other wards, because if we could do it in 45, make our place great, just from everyone helping out. Again, I know it sounds hokey, but if we could do that, that might encourage someone to do it in the next ward, and the next ward, and the next ward. Let's bring it small town. Let's circle our wagons in our own community and say, this is what we're doing for our community, and let's fight for ourselves, because, like I said, the city does not have the money anymore to pay for everything. So we're going to have to do it ourselves.
Well, I've always felt that Chicago, one of its greatest strengths is that it's like a small town in a big city. I very much like what you're saying. Thank you very much.
Thank you.